All right, yesterday when I was driving, one of my rear interior panels kind of just fell off. I had the top down, it was a little windy, and I guess that's what caused it just to fall off. Well, the actual cause that it fell off was these retainer clips are all broken. Well, here's the other one. This one's still intact. This one's still intact. This one's broken. Still intact. This one's still intact. Broken. Broken. So today we're going to work on repairing this so this doesn't happen again. Instead of just gluing broken pieces back on there, we're going to use some spring steel that I picked up at Home Depot that I'll show you in a minute. So here is the spring steel that I picked up at Home Depot, and these are actually designed as retainer clips for screens in windows. You can see the width of these is it's almost perfect. A little bit it's a little bit thinner than this, but it's really close. So what I'm going to do is bend these into shape around here. So I'm going to use these as the template and just bend a series of these. This comes with 6, and I can probably cut these in half and get a total of 12. I don't think I need that many. Let's see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one's good. So I need 6 on this one, and 1, 2, that one's good, 3, 3 on this one. So yeah, so I'll just cut these in half, and then I'll have like 3 extra pieces. So I'm going to be attaching these with this E6000 glue. This is clear version of the E6100, which is a gray, a dark gray. But this works pretty well. It's a little bit flexible as well. So I'm going to use this, and before gluing these into place, I'm just going to rough up this plastic a little bit, as much as I can, with a little piece of 220 sandpaper. And then in addition to that, I have this plastic welding kit that I bought a while ago for some other projects. So I think I'm probably going to use some of these inserts as well into the plastic. So the first step is going to be split these in half and then bend them to this shape. So I'm going to have that circular arch and then this little V as well coming out there. But this clips onto part of the other interior panel. It slides in this way, goes past this, and then kind of locks into that circle area. Here are those little nubs that the clips connect to. Just to give you an idea of what they look like. Here and there. There's one here, here, and here. You can see the tabs where the trim panel comes down a little bit further from the top or protrudes up from the bottom. That's where those tabs are located. All right, so this is what I'm doing. So there's these 2 little tabs that are sticking out at the end. So I'm bending each one of those to align with this tab. Like that. and then I'm bending this down somewhat in that position, kind of align with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a screwdriver shaft that's rounded and bend this around that to try to mimic this shape. All right, so I grabbed a bunch of different screwdrivers with different thickness shafts, and it looks like this the thickest one is gonna be the closest match. Let me grab the trim panel. Not sure if you can see this on camera, but here's the clip, one of the good ones. And that fits right in there nicely. Try it like this. All right, so let's check that. We're close. This part's gonna have to bend in just a little bit more. All right, so now I bent bottom piece. Let's see how this, it looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's real close. All right, just made a second one. All right, so I trimmed these down so they have about 1/4 of an inch sticking up to attach these two. Okay, so I have this glued, and then I have two of these plastic welding zigzag things, one gone across here and the other gone across there. So next time I do this, I'm going to put glue on the bottom of this, then use the plastic welding pieces, and then I'll put the glue on top to seal that together. So I'm just going to fill this in again, because I don't know if this heat will change the effectiveness of the glue. I'll just put a little bit more on there. But once that dries, that should be very solid. Now that I have the plastic welding piece going across as well as the glue, that shouldn't break off. I'll provide a link down below in the description for this glue where you can pick this up on Amazon, as well as this plastic welding tool. It's a kit. It comes with all the metal pieces. I actually bought this for some cracked ATV plastics, some fenders that were irreplaceable that they don't make anymore. So I used this to reattach the pieces together, and it worked very well. And the kit's cheap. Like I said, I'll put a link down in the description. You want to pick one up, not just for this project, but for lots of other household projects. Now this one has to be shaped a little bit differently because it has this contour in the plastic. So I bent that just a little bit different. Need a little bit more of a twist on here. All right, this one's complete. Have all the new tabs in place. This one wasn't broken, so I left it alone. Now we're going to move on to the next piece. All right, so this is the finished product. So the instructions for the glue says that it takes 48 to 72 hours before it fully cures. So I'm going to let it sit for a couple of days before I attempt to install this. But the combination of the glue as well as those metal anchors, not only are those anchors into the plastic, but it also gives the glue something additional to kind of grab onto. And each piece has 2 anchors as well as the glue, so I'm hoping that that will hold up. And once I install these in a couple of days, I will complete this video and report back. All right, moment of truth. So we're ready for the test fit and see how these spring steel clips work compared to the original broken factory lockdown clips. All right, I think that's on there. Feels pretty tight. Now let's try the other side. It feels like that's on there pretty good. Okay, so that did the trick. These are on there nice and solid. Thanks for watching the video. Please give a like and a subscribe. Drop a comment below if you have any input. And stay tuned for more projects on this E36 M3.